Howdy y'all. Hey, I mentioned a couple of videos ago that whenever I was pulling my trailer with this little Jeep Wrangler, a couple of times it bottomed out the shocks, even though I had measured the tongue weight and it was less than 200 pounds, which is the maximum allowed for a Wrangler, two-door anyway. But anyway, my shocks are right at 60,000 miles, and as you can see when I push down on it, you know, they're really not too bad. But I wanted something that was a little more heavy duty, and so I started researching online, and I found these Rancho shocks. These are model RS999330 for the rear of the Wrangler, which is a JK. And they have a little adjustment here. And I started reading some of the reviews, and they said, yeah, the adjustment's nice, but it freezes up, you know, after it gets so much grease and grime in it. It's kind of a little plastic knob. And one of the people called Rancho and said, hey, can I put in some marine grease? They took this little mechanism off, this little face right here, and slathered it up with some marine grease, put that back on. So that seemed like it was working for them, so I'm going to do that, I think. But also, you know, Lori's was complaining, oh, don't put something that's on, you know, going to go on there and be like a real heavy duty shock that's going to rough me up when I ride it. So anyway, that's another reason I like these adjustable shocks from Rancho is, you know, when Lori's riding and I'm not pulling the trailer, I can turn it down to a 1, and whenever we're pulling the trailer or something, I can go ahead and twist it on up to a 9 or something, you know. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get them installed after I get that grease in there, and you can kind of come along for the ride if you want to. And now up at the top of the shock, it appears to be a 5/8 socket. I believe we'll get that loose, and it's got those kind of little dog ears. I think if you just take one of these all the way out and then just take the other one partially out, once you get the bottom loose, it should be able to just kind of pivot and slide one of the dog ears out from under that bolt that you just kind of leave in. This other bolt is a little more tricky to get to because there's a little tie rod right there, but I think if I get on the inside of that tie rod, I should be able to get that, hopefully get that socket on there and get it lined up just right. Yeah, I think it's going to come loose all right. Just a little at a time. Now on this bottom, I'm not sure if this is metric or not, but this 18mm socket seems to fit pretty darn good, so I'm going to go ahead and try it. Let's see. Yeah, that's for getting it off of there. So screwdriver, and see, I'll probably should use a little bigger screwdriver than that. We'll take a little tension of that off and should just be able to pull it right out of there. Hopefully I can pivot this and slide it out from underneath that other nut or bolt at the top, and sure enough it came right out of there. So, all right, now I'm going to try and get this little dog ear to kind of slide right up under that bolt. There it goes. All right, I got both of them started. They're at a little bit of an angle, I think is why it was kind of difficult to get them started. Get my shoulder right up under it. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but I'm going to pull it up just a little bit while I'm getting this bolt through here. Yeah. All right. Got this little adjustment kind of turned towards the back, so I'll be able to get to it all right. And whenever I'm doing the trailer, I'll come in here and turn it up, and whenever it's the Princess and the Pea riding, I'll just turn it back down. Get this baby snugged on down. Alright, I believe that's pretty well got it. That's one down and one more to go. Okay, I got them both on. And really with minimal tools, I think it was a 5/8 socket, 6-inch extension. This is 3/8 driver, and see, what was this? I think this was a 18mm, seemed to fit that lower bolt down here the best. So Anyway, I used that little screwdriver just to kind of take a little tension off, but really didn't have to have that. But then a crescent wrench seemed to work pretty good. But anyway, they are now both on. And when I push on the bumper, now, I don't know, it seems like it's, to me, not even quite as stiff as the ones I had. But maybe they'll pump up the jam a little bit better when I get out on the road, get the trailer on it. I'll do a test drive and see if I like them any better.